standing up. So we're going to have a look at our shoulders today. So heels under hips. I mean, you know, if Pat's not here and you want to do something a little bit more intense, I'm quite happy to do that. So heels under hips. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. And then we're going to bring our hands up above our heads. Clasp those hands, bend at the elbows, and bring the hands down behind you towards your neck. Good. You've got lovely mobility there. And then bring those hands up again. Bring them back down and just sink down into those feet. Try not to be overextending through the back. Good. Come down. Nice. I'm going to get you to circle those arms around to the front. So try and go as far as you can. That's it. Good. Keep on circling. Oh, such nice clicks. Middle of your back is? Good. Let's change direction. Make sure you're breathing. So inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your mouth. Not overextending through your back. So gentle bend in those knees. Good. Oh, one more rotation. What's that?
Knee click.
Knee, that's interesting. Let it go. Oh, I see. Yeah. Well, everything's connected anyway. Shake it out, shake everything out. Nice. And then just roll one shoulder and then the other one. So I'm introducing that because I'm slowly going to introduce, it's called a shoulder halo in the sort of weights class that I do, which is you do that, but you do that with a kettlebell in your hand. Okay, shoulders in the other direction. Good. Nice. And then you're going to stick your chest towards me. So bring your hands behind you. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. And then make a big round ball and hug that big ball in front of you. So big round ball. Bring your hands together and bring your head down. And then inhale, come up. Stick your chest towards me. Look up. Exhale, rounding. And hugging that ball, really hugging that ball in front of you. You got it? Nice. And then coming back up again. Big inhale. Nice. Okay. It's good, isn't it? Let's go through those again because you enjoyed them, but also we're probably now going to get a little bit more into those hands. So feet hip width apart again. Hands up above your head. Big inhale. Exhale. We're just going to bring the hands behind us and then come back up again. So you've got that gentle bend in the knees so that back is protected. You're actually pulling down on your core. Good. Nice. Exhale. Right, into those circles, whichever way feels the right way for you. Working into that shoulder mobility. Oh, nice. Good. And you can clasp your hands together if you want to. It might make it easier. Oh, that's so good, isn't it? Oh, you'll want to do this after you've driven.
Yeah.
Nice. And then change direction. Oh, yeah. I think we hold so much tension in this area that like doing anything that we can for that movement is It's really good. Oh, okay, one more. Nice. And then shake everything out. Roll those shoulders up, back and down. And then squeeze your elbows together behind you. Lift up through your chest. Look up at the ceiling. Exhale, stick your bum out. Reach your hands forwards. Clasp them and pull. So pull from those shoulder blades. Nice. Unclasp, inhale. Slowly circling those arms behind you. Slowly lifting that head up. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. And if you want to, Sue, you can bring your hands down a little bit so you can get them a bit further back. Nice. And then rounding again and coming into that lovely upper back stretch. And have a little look at me. You can wiggle if you want to, so you can pull from one arm to the other one, and that'll go down your back. Good. Okay, then coming up to standing, coming into a forward fold. So let's start by inhaling and bringing our hands up. Exhaling, letting everything float and fall forwards. Let the head go. Now that lower back's getting a stretch. And the upper back's had lots of love, made lots of space for us. And again, fingertips on the ground and a gentle sway from side to side. Let the head go, let the jaw go. Inhale, and as you exhale, bring your hands to the outside of the left foot. So stretching one side of the lower back, more specifically the sacroiliac joint, looking towards that left knee. Inhale, as you exhale, come back to center. Inhale, and as you exhale, hand to the outside of the right foot. Looking at the right knee, making sure your head is hanging. Inhale, and as you exhale, come back to center. Bring your hands onto your thighs, or rather your forearms onto your thighs, sorry. Take a generous bend in those knees and come into a sumo squat. So now into the hips. Exhale, come into a fold. You can take straight legs if you want to here. And then inhale, forearms to thighs. Hips come down, head comes up. Keep the back straight. Exhale, fold. I'm going to turn to the front so I can see you when I come up. Excuse me. Forearms to thighs. Inhale, come up. Nice. And now we're going to have a little wiggle here. Little wiggle in those hips, little wiggle in the shoulders. I look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. And then exhaling and coming into a fold again. And then roll up slowly to standing. So nice. So nice when you're feeling stiff as well. Oh really? You didn't go out for a walk? You just ate and sat? Yes. Oh, that's good. You have to send me a picture, remember?
Yes, I've taken some.
So let's do a little bit of balancing. Let's make you do a bit of work. Balance on the left leg. I want you to take just a gentle bend in that left knee so it's not locked out. Bring your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders up, back and down. And then slowly lift that right knee up to hip height. If you need to let go and have a An air guitar moment you can. Extend that leg out towards me. Keep the chest high. Bring your hands up. Bring them down. Back to your hips. And replace that foot down on the ground. Same thing on the other side. So just shake everything out if you need to. A gentle bend in the right knee. Lift up through the chest. Really engage that core. And then lift the left knee up. And at the same time, pull your shoulder blades down. So you're grounding down. Good. If you need to let go and have a wiggle, you can. Extend that leg out in front of you. Lift up through the chest. And then bring that foot back down and place it down. Well done. Shake everything out. We're going to go side to side. So standing on the left leg. Right leg goes out to the side. So we've just got the toe in contact with the floor. Reach into your arms and take flight. So you're sort of going this way. Go with it. Commit to it. With your arms. That's it. Nice side star. And we're going to go to the other side. So just step and slowly lift to the other side. Fully committing. Reaching those arms away from nice. Oh, that feels so good. And again, one more time each side. So step and lift. Keep the chest high. Keep the jaw relaxed. And step and lift to the other side. Floor's always there if you need to just touch down gently. Whee! Lovely. And then land with your legs wide. Okay, inside the leg's going to get a nice stretch here. So take a generous bend in those knees and then move to the right hand side. Send your hips back so that the knee stays over the ankle. That's it. And then come up and over to the other side. Stretching the insides of the legs, that lower back getting a nice stretch as well. Maybe you want to try lifting that left foot up, pushing those hips back a bit. Where can you feel it? Nice, isn't it? And inhaling and coming up, exhaling over to the other side. I had a dream last night that I could cross my legs. It's not going to happen. One more time on each side. If you want to lift the foot up, you can if it feels better. So two things happen. If the foot's down, you get a nice stretch in your ankle, but it depends on what feels good for you. And then one more time on the other side. Good. Okay, coming back to center, heel toeing those feet and coming down into a narrower sumo squat. And if you can, coming down to sitting, I'm going to bring my feet all the way together, bring my hands down and come down to sitting. Just find the floor behind me. Kaboom! Well done. That's okay. That's okay. You got there. You got there. Okay, bringing your feet out in front of you and bringing your hands behind you for a little bit of support. We're going to stick our chest out and just wiggle through our hips. So you're going to lift your hips up one after the other. Nice stretch in that lower back. Pointing your toes. Good. And then come down onto your elbows. So I'm actually just holding onto the upper part of my bum with my hands, but if you are happier with your hands flat on the floor, whatever works for you really. And then you're going to lift one leg up so that the leg is in line, so that the thigh is in line with the other thigh. Good. And then lift the other one up, and then foot down, and foot down. And again, one leg comes up, other leg comes up. How to work your core gently. Did you say you've got the shakes?
Yeah, I get the shakes. Of course.
Well, this is a really good way. So we're going to start with the opposite leg this time. This is a really good way. When I'm teaching body balance, this is the version for pregnant people. So this is the very regressed version. Other leg. First leg down. Other leg down. And again. So this is a really good one for you to do just to start off. Second leg comes up. First leg down. Second leg down. Good. Okay, bring your feet together and open your knees out. Now we're doing something completely different. Stretching the insides of those legs again. And just a gentle little bit of movement from side to side with those knees. This is butterfly pose. Half reclined. We're just moving those hips from side to side. Good. And then bring the feet flat on the floor. Come down so that you are holding the backs of your thighs. You're going to use a little bit of momentum here to bring this up to here. Good. This is another one you can do. And keep that chest high. So this is our boat pose. Roll down slowly. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. And then let's go up again. And stop it as soon as you can. Come up and a little bit more. That's it. And lift the chest. You're actually quite strong in your core. It's probably just the lower core that's not that strong. And coming down again nice and slowly. One more time. And up. And stop. Well done. Keep the chest nice and high. That's it. Lovely. And then bring the feet down. Now we're going to come over onto all fours. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And we're going to wiggle in those hips from side to side. Glad to see you're a little bit warmer. Bring those shoulders a little bit further forwards. That's it. That's it. And just a gentle wiggle from side to side in those hips. Nice. And then send your left leg out behind you. A foot on the floor. And just push into the heel. That's it. So building a bit of strength in that upper body, but also just stretching down that back hamstring. And you can just gently go forwards and backwards here, pushing into the top of the foot. Really good for the foot mobility, for stretching the fascia in the foot as well. And then come into a stretch there and just hold it for a couple of seconds. So really pushing into the heel, pushing the heel away from you. And then swapping over to the other side. So right leg comes out behind you, finds the floor. Toes are pushing down into the floor. Heel pushing away. And then slowly going backwards and forwards. Your hamstrings tight. Okay. And then after you've been backwards and forwards a couple of times, if it feels good, just press and hold. Oh, it feels nice. And then come back to all fours. So because I know you like twists, and I'm not sure I did I did that down dog twist very well last time. I'm going to do that especially for you today. So walk your hands a little bit further forwards. Come up into your down dog. And then bring your left hand so that you'll be facing me onto your right leg and look at me under your armpit. There you go. How's that feel? Yeah. So push down through the heel of the hand, the heels of the feet. That'll make it less wobbly. And then bring the hand down and bring the knees down. Sink down into child's pose just for a little stretch. Say again? So what we can do to make that a little bit more stable is walk the feet a little wider. So we're going to do that this time. And this time you're going to face away from me. So inhale and come up. Exhale back to that down dog, and then just walk your feet a little wider, maybe even as wide as your mat. It just gives you a bit more of a stable foundation. And then right hand on the outside of the left leg and look under the armpit. Breathing. And then replace the hand back on the floor and just come into a nice wide down dog. And then inhale and come forwards onto your knees. And bring your hands under your shoulders. That's it. And bring your chest down between your hands to the floor. That's it. Well done. A little bit of a kaboom, but you know, there's a lot there that you can use. Bring your elbows under your shoulders. So I'll show you that. Have a little look. This is difficult when you start from all fours because the hips have got nowhere to go. So, and that's good because you want those hips to come down last. So the chest comes straight down and then you pull yourself forward. So you pretty much did that anyway. So go ahead and give it another go. Yeah. And then move the knees. Yeah, that's beautiful. You can pull yourself forwards as well and then come up into a baby cobra, squeezing the glutes, lifting the chest, or into that sphinx pose. Nice. Pushing into the tops of your feet now and just wiggling from side to side in that lower back. Now the abs as well are going to be getting a stretch here. So if you inhale, look forwards, exhale, look over one shoulder. So rather than just using the head, use the shoulders as well. Good. Can you feel the stretch in the abs? Good. Then inhale back to center and exhale over to the other side. Yeah. Let's do it again on each side then. Inhaling to center. Exhaling over. Inhaling to center. And exhaling to the side. And inhaling to center. And we're going to replace the elbows with the hands and go back up to all fours. Hips come up first. And sink back into child's pose. All it means is there's room for improvement, and there always is with everyone. And then tuck those toes under and come up to down dogs. Push the heels down. Rotate through the shoulders. So you're rotating outwardly through those shoulders. Push into the heels of the hands. And then take baby steps up into your forward fold. Inhaling here, exhaling here. And then inhale, coming up to extended mountain. Reaching those arms up above you. Touching the rafters. And look up towards those hands. Exhale, come into a side bend. You can turn to face me if you like. Inhale up. And exhale over to the other side. Inhale up, we're going to split our hands and come into a side bend. And then inhale up, over to the other side. One more for you, because I know you like your twists. We're going to come back to center and bring those feet a little bit wider. And then split those arms and wrap them around you. That's it. Inhale, lift your chest and twist a little more. Unwrap those hands. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale. Scissor those arms and then wrap them around you on the other side. Oh, that feels nice on that side. Sometimes we discover that we're stiffer on one side than we are on the other. And then inhaling to center, hands up above our heads. Sink down into goddess pose. And then stand up. And bring your hands down by your side. Shake everything out. And we're done. Thank you.